Is part of the harm you're saying that the public incurred is that the fact that the money wasn't spent, as you said, during the holiday season where it might have generated more cash, more sales that could have translated into more money for cities and towns? That's sort of part of the whole argument, or?
Well, it is part of the harm, but it's also part of the motivation. In other words, if this were money to be spent in the lottery's best interest, per the prior question, then you would think that you would not, if you have a $2 million budget and you really haven't used that much money for permission ads, even when you have a $10 million budget, it calls into question the wisdom and the decision to say, oh, but this year we're going to spend 75% of our budget during this time period. It flies in the face of the logic that had always been applied by the lottery, which is let's advertise when it'll do us the most good. And because it was used concurrent with time period leading up to his campaign, with a message that got changed to be consistent with his campaign about effective leadership and management, I think it begs the question about whether this was in the lottery's best interest. I think the evidence is that it was not. But the real crux of this violation is that because of his position and because of his control over this budget, he has an unwarranted advantage as an elected official to take a benefit, a huge amount of advertising money that others do not have, and he uses it for his own political benefit.